Yo, y'all live from the Start the Trap podcast. Y'all rocking with your boy. Right now, we chilling. We just doing the Q&A, talking with the people, chopping it up. You did. I am on. I'm streaming on Twitch. If y'all want to tap in with the game, and I know I do a lot of gaming here on YouTube, but um, I'm on Twitch today. Couple topics to touch on. I ain't got no ashtray. I'm gonna just use this. Couple topics to touch on, man. It's a lot going on in the world. But right now we doing a Q&A. We started off with a Q&A. Y'all ask questions or comment down there. We gonna respond. You feel me? Doing a Q&A with Stoner Trap. We getting ready to go to the Minnesota State Fair. State Fair is finna be cracking. What we do out here when we be on tour and we be doing our thing, we go to different states and we sell our products, you know? So we musicians. Basically, I'm a musician. I've been rapping for about more than 15 years now, but on a professional level, releasing albums and doing all of that, probably about 15 years. I dropped my first album dropped on Dat Piff, you know what I'm saying? That was years ago, probably like 2008, 2007. A lot of y'all don't even know what Dat Piff is. It was like the first Spotify. It was like the first DSP, digital streaming platform, where you play your music from your phone or your computer or whatever. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first popular ones, you know, that we all listened to get our new mixtapes and albums. And my first songs was on there. You know, I came out with a lot of mixtapes under my first name on there, under my first rap name, because Steveo Stoner is not my first rap name that I ever had. I went through like 3 or 4 of them, but this one's just stuck. So after all of that time and of making music, I got with a crew, and Meet the Grinders is the crew. At first, when we first got with them, when I first got with them, it was 747 ENT or 40 Thieves, you know. And yeah, it was a bunch of different guys from all over the city of Chicago that had music that was doing their thing, and they kind of made a coalition that would sell their stuff on the streets. You know, they record their own music, record their own music, record their own everything. You know what I'm saying? And would distribute all of this product themselves. So there was like a modern day No Limit or modern day Soldiers at War. So yeah, it was a crew of a bunch of different guys doing their thing, and yeah, I kind of aligned myself with that because I linked up with this guy named Trey Bills, and Trey Bills was a producer slash rapper. We came up doing our thing together, and one of his cousins happened to be a member of the 747 crew that was selling their music on the street. So I ended up joining the same crew, and after I joined the same crew, we hit the streets running immediately. You know what I'm saying? It was no waiting. So we got right to it. We were selling music everywhere. I started in Chicago, but eventually I moved around to other cities and states. One of the first cities I hit was New Orleans, Louisiana. When I went out to Louisiana, boy, it was cracking. I went out there like Mardi Gras 2015, I want to say. Bro, when I tell you the culture, it was a culture shock when I first went out there. It was crazy. So, Yeah, I first get out there, I probably got like 300-400 CDs in a box that I'm trying to sell in like a week. And man, I ended up running out of CDs within a few days. It was so crazy out there. With so many people, it was insane. So when I ran out of the CDs, I was selling my homeboys shit. So we was making sure that everything got sold. As a crew, we came out there with thousands. And the mission is always to get them all gone. So being with those guys set a certain precedent that with the music, that it was to sell for a reason. We always had to sell the music because the thing about it is when you go get a record deal, right? You making a deal with somebody to sell your records. What if you could sell all of those records on your own? People never really looked at it like that. I never looked at it like that. Being the guy from the South Side of Chicago, I looked at opportunities with music very limited. So once we really got into the swing of it, though, it just felt normal. It felt like this is what I was supposed to do as an artist to further myself. I wasn't supposed to wait on anybody else to give me the green light. It was a surge of independence and power. I wanted to do it all the time, more and more and more. I wanted to hit more cities and more states and see who else could rock with my sound and really embrace me. So New Orleans was a success, so much so to the point that it became like a second home. I always came back to New Orleans, always, like always. And the funny thing about New Orleans is when I took that first trip, I linked up with an artist named Static Jetson. And Static Jetson was like the first dude for me to do a feature with via the internet, right? So he was making music, I was making music, and before I even thought about going to New Orleans, this probably a year prior, I never knew my life was going to take this turn for me to go there. And I was talking to the brother Static on the internet. We was going back and forth. He was tapped in with my music. I was tapped in with his. And we was like, hey, we should do a song. And we did a song together. I can't remember. We done did so much music together. I can't remember the name of this first song. But we did the song. And once we did the song, we put it out on the internet. We put it on, I think, on YouTube or Facebook. As soon as we put the song on there, it got thousands of views. It was going crazy. So me and Static linked up when I first got to New Orleans, and we shot the video for the song. We just never released it for some reason, maybe editing purposes, lost footage, whatever. But ever since that moment, I had locked in with bro. Like, I made a real brother, like, through music. But we linked up and we chilled out when we was doing the video, and we started sharing common interests and shit. And I realized people from other cities is more like us than not. We got more alike than different. So I started kicking it with bro down there, and it was cool. Then the next city I probably went to, I believe, probably was we did New Orleans first. I probably did like North Carolina or some shit next. And North Carolina was crazy. We went to Charlotte. In Charlotte, they have an event. It's called CIAA. It's like a basketball tournament, but they got a lot of parties and events surrounding that. So thousands of people come out. We went down there, chilled out to go down there and sell music and do our thing. And when we go down there, this is the first ground where I'm meeting famous people. So New Orleans was my first out of town trip selling music a month or 2 months prior to that. Then we go here, and now I'm meeting famous people. Everybody you could think of, from Young Jock, Rico Love, Fabulous, Nicki Minaj. Who else did I meet during that trip? I met so many damn people, bro. And you'll be surprised, like, these people was Lil Boosie. These people was buying the mixtape. If not Boosie that year, it might have been the next year. I don't remember what year he got released, but it was soon after he got out of jail. I met Lil Boosie in North Carolina. He bought the mixtape. My bad, y'all. If you see me staying off, I'm playing this damn Call of Duty. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, North Carolina was cracking, bro. Like, I remember North Carolina. That shit was busting. Damn, I just hit myself with a grenade. Where y'all from? Tap in, man. Where you from? What city you from? Where you rapping? I'm gonna Call of Duty smacking shit. Where y'all from? Where you from? In the comments, tap in. Rep your city, rep your state. I've been to almost all 50 states selling music. Only places I haven't been is New York City and Vegas. Them the only two spots I haven't been selling music. But I travel everywhere, all 50 states, able to sell music. You know, I've been doing it, like I said, I've been doing it 11 years. It's been a cool journey. That's why I dropped the album called Thankful for the Journey. It was basically explaining my life story throughout doing this, you know, because it's been a tough mission. You gotta imagine selling your own products. It has its ups and it has its downs. Obviously, the freedom of the independence, the freedom to be creative, the freedom to do all the shit that you need to do without interference on your music side and make 100% of the money. But the downsides can be you tired. It's lonely nights. You're away from your family. It's a lot of hours driving and traveling on planes, and the money type shit is good, but it has its downsides to it too. But we gonna continue on the Gizame. Make sure y'all get over to Stoner Trap Gaming on Twitch. Tap in. We're gonna be doing the live stream, live from the grind, where I interact with the customers and y'all get to kind of see what it is, what I do. And yeah, we're gonna keep going from there. Make sure y'all tap in stonertrap.com. I just wanted to come kick it with y'all for a minute, man. Like, comment, subscribe.